Obviously, the big news in the media is Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy, and as many know, this is nothing more than just world stage theater. I call it a 3D world, distract, deceive, and divide, and this is what it's all about. And as always, through signs and symbols, you're going to see he's part of the club. Obviously, P. Diddy doing the Masonic hand sign, the diamond sign to be specific, which is 33 numerology. And that gets into another character on the world stage. Obviously, Kanye West, a big player on the world stage. And here you see them side by side. Two guys that are utilized on the world stage as part of distractions. And here you see P. Diddy with Donald Trump doing the same Masonic hand sign as P. Diddy. It's a little bit blocked, obscured a bit. But obviously, they're doing the same exact hand sign. Both showing through signs and symbols they're part of the club. Here's another photo of P. Diddy, once again with Donald Trump and Melania as well. Getting back to Kanye West in the White House. It's all a big club. Now the numbers game, let's take a look here with Sean Combs being 33 numerology. Kanye West, as I just shown, 33. And Donald Trump, his original surname, his family surname, being Trump, which just so happens to be 33 in numerology as well. Now let's take a look here, getting back to Kanye West briefly. And not just 33 by his name, as I just shown here. Take a look here, a close-up look of Kanye West. And what do you see here? The numbers, like I said, 33 numerology. But take a look at the pin he's wearing. A closer look. Masonic Order of Chaos logo. One and the same with the double-headed eagle. It's not just the numbers, it's through signs and symbols, obviously, when it comes to these players. It reminds me of another individual, just like Sean Combs, what he's supposedly going through, nothing new, going back in time, which I've covered extensively, is Bill Cosby. Here you see him with Sidney Poitier wearing the Masonic fez in this 1975 movie, titled Let's Do It Again. And what do you see here with Sean Combs with a fez, Masonic fez, just like Bill Cosby? Obviously, they're all about the signs and symbols. Now, talking about Sean Combs in this bogus trial, it's a cartoon depiction that's being shown throughout the trial. That's because it's a cartoon world we're living in with a cartoon trial. Not a real trial. There's no trial taking place. All you get in this cartoon world is a cartoon trial. And more of the same here. That gets back to Bill Cosby and his so-called controversy from several years back. Basically the same scenario. Same type of allegations. Not much different whatsoever with the so-called serious allegations. Take a look here with Bill Cosby and his lawyer in front of the courthouse. And look at those big smiles. They're telling you with their smiles, this is nothing serious, nothing of serious consequence. It's all a big joke, and the people that buy these stories cannot see through the lies. They've been blinded by the media, by the very powerful media that unfortunately manipulates the minds. That's the power of TV. And again, the cartoon trial. No real trial. What do you see here? Christine Cornell, the CC for 33. Here's a so-called female. Definitely not. And obviously what supposedly went down with Bill Cosby is a carbon copy, which is supposedly going down with Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy as well. Now, this is an aspect I covered well over a decade ago regarding coded license plates. With these news stories, there's a lot of coded things in plain sight that the general public will have no idea about. Let's take a look here. First off, let's look at these two individuals. This one man with a big grin on his face. This one guy here looking right at the camera. Of course, getting his 20 seconds of fame. Let's take a look here. What do we see with this police SUV with the blue lights? Again, I cover this many times when it comes to the coded license plates. And a lot of these news stories over the years, you'll see this. Take a look here closely. And what do you see? QWI V61. what do you get here when it comes to numerology? 33, obviously. You know, they've done this so many times in the past, and besides the license plate itself, when it comes to the numbers, Florida, and they have the oranges, in oranges 33 numerology as well. So if you're dual 33 in plain sight, again, this is an aspect a lot of people in the public will have no understanding, and they'll have no clue to even look in this direction. But again, it's not just one thing besides a smiling face. Again, very serious implications, allegations, and you see a smiling face. It's a stage, and they definitely want to spotlight that license plate. And just more of the same in Miami with the smiling faces. Guy on his cell phone, hands in the pockets, nothing of serious consequence. And this is in Los Angeles, and the same basic concept of just a stage photo with this police armored vehicle. And just take a look at these two goons here. Like, they're doing something of serious consequence, hanging off the side of this police vehicle, this armored vehicle. And I guarantee there's no one inside here. They're doing this just for the money shot with these two clowns hanging off the side of this vehicle. The back door's open. It's not a moving vehicle. It's just a staged photo for this staged event. Just take a look here at these people. What do you see? Smiling faces. You know, this is, again, nothing more than a production. Nothing of serious consequence once again. And I can't emphasize it enough. This is as staged gets for the millions upon millions of zombies that watch the television programming and buy into this garbage. Absolute nonsense. That's all it is. And here's the 2016 infamous footage of P. Diddy supposedly attacking his girlfriend, dragging her through the hotel lobby. And one thing I find interesting is the mirror reflection being shown through to get a full perspective. Obviously with Masonry, they love the mirror reflection aspect, the duality aspect of the mirror itself. And that gets into the more recent news story with the so-called arrest. Let's get right to it.
The Sean Diddy Combs investigation. New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week. Our senior investigative correspondent.
And part of the World Stage Theater, you see the two undercover cops, and they take him into custody shortly thereafter. And that gets into this video footage. And with Ashley Banfield interviewing this former criminal, this federal prisoner, supposedly his name is Larry Levin, and the LL, of course, being 33. When it comes to Pythagorean numerology, the LL being 33, just like LL Cool J. And this guy's kind of creepy here. Look at his eyes. Looks like they're shut all the time during this interview. He talks about P. Diddy being in jail and supposedly on a hunger strike. There's something coded here I need to point out, but let's take a listen to what is said during this one segment.
I remember when I first went into custody at MDC Los Angeles, and I didn't eat for a couple days, but this guy's been there about a week now, so he should be in a routine.
And right dead center in plain sight, what do you see? Decoded 33. All these news stories that I've shown throughout the years that are fabricated for the world stage, coded. And just like I showed with P. Diddy, with the Masonic hand sign, his name being 33 numerology, make no mistake about it. He's just another puppet on the world stage.
John, chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see. Now I can see.